let's get one thing straight. With a new quarterback, Auburn should improve in 2025. But they're not going to improve enough to make them SEC title contenders or college football playoff contenders. It's not going to happen. I've heard that delusional statement from Auburn fans year after year after year, but yet the Tigers have 4 straight losing seasons, including a 5-7 season in 2024. Their second losing season under Hugh Freeze. A major reason for their struggles last year was quarterback play. 5-7, 3-1 possession losses. Peyton Thorne was just mediocre, 21 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Hank Brown, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, all of those coming in one game against Arkansas. But this is a team that needs desperate help at the most important position on the field. Hugh Freeze went out, got them that help. But who will the quarterback be in week 1? And will it be enough to get Auburn back to a bowl game or at least back to relevancy in the conference? That's what we're here to talk about today. So welcome back to the Gridiron Expert, guys. So glad you could join us today as we continue to talk about major quarterback battles around the country as we get ready for spring ball. As always, please continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and check out everything down in the description below. That includes our website, thegridironexpert.com, home to our expert picks, home to our newsletters, home to all of our exclusive content to help you get through this offseason, because the season never ends here at our channel. We are talking college football with you 24/7, 365 right here at the Gridiron Experts. We want you to take advantage of it. We want you to subscribe, hit that notification button, and just take it all in as a member of our GE Nation as we get closer and closer to the start of the 2025 season. So we're talking about Auburn. This is a team that, again, has a lot of hype entering 2025. Seems to have a lot of hype every single year for some reason, and yet they have continuously fallen short of expectations. Again, 4 straight losing seasons, completely missed out on the postseason last year with a 5-7 record, despite having 3-1 possession losses. Was so close, couldn't get over that hump. Hugh Freeze is making the adjustments. The defense looks solid. The skill positions look solid. They now need a quarterback, stable quarterback play to maybe get them over the hump, maybe to have that breakthrough year 3 like we see from so many coaches across the country. And we'll start with the guy that we believe will probably end up being the week 1 starter when Auburn travels to Baylor, and that's Jackson Arnold. Arnold transferring in from Oklahoma. I think many project him to be the starter in week 1. Threw for over 1,400 yards last year with the Sooners, 12 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions. Also rushed for over 440 yards and 3 touchdowns. In his career with the Sooners, Arnold has 560 rushing yards. So he is a dangerous. He doesn't really look like the build for it, but he's got a dangerous mobile ability, dangerous dual threat ability. Arnold's just a guy that has to improve his pocket awareness and a guy that has to improve his accuracy. There is a lot of potential with this quarterback. You know, he had that rocky debut in the bowl game against Arizona, mediocre up and down year last season where he obviously made some mistakes, was injured at times, got benched at times. It was just a weird season for the Sooners. What was a disappointing year for them. One thing I did notice, though, was that he never had more than 225 passing yards in a game with Oklahoma last season. Played in 10 games, never had more than 225 passing yards. So unless, you've got the ability to have a really balanced attack with a very good ground game, he's going to have to step up and deliver and have bigger passing days if Auburn really wants to compete in the SEC and really wants to have a breakthrough season. He is, I think, the best quarterback on this roster. We're going to talk about 2 other contenders here in a second, but there's still a lot to work on. But there's no one better to hopefully train and build up these quarterbacks than Hugh Freeze, who truly is an offensive mastermind. So very interesting decision from Arnold to go from Oklahoma to Auburn, transferring within the conference, but a massive, massive get for the Tigers. A whole offseason in this system with a whole year of experience at another power program is going to go a long way for the Tigers and for Arnold. Don't sleep on Deuce Knight, though. Deuce Knight is a guy that I think a lot of Auburn fans are very, very excited about, and rightfully so. The 5-star recruit was the number 2 dual-threat quarterback in the 2025 class. So much potential, so much athleticism, and really could be the future of Auburn football. He might not be the guy that starts this year, right? We do expect that to be Jackson Arnold. Deuce Knight is going to give him a run for his money, no doubt about that. But when push comes to shove, I don't think they're going to end up starting the freshman quarterback over a guy that's a little bit more of a veteran. But next year, the year after that, Deuce Knight is going to wreak havoc on SEC defenses. This was a very, very good get for Hugh Freeze Great opportunity for Deuce Knight to develop under him, to learn under Jackson Arnold, and then really take off what we believe will be a massive 2026 season for him. So this is a guy that, again, if Jackson Arnold were to go down, if he were to struggle, is a guy that you could see, because Hugh Freeze is going to want that mobile quarterback, right? Who wouldn't want a guy with as much athleticism as Deuce Knight? But he's a guy that I don't think is there quite yet to really challenge for that starting job. The other guy you've got to talk about on Auburn's roster, at least in their quarterback room, is Ashton Daniels. This was one of the most intriguing transfers to me in the entire transfer portal, not just to Auburn, but across all players. Ashton Daniels was pretty much a starter at Stanford. Wasn't putting up amazing numbers, but he was getting very good playing time at Stanford. 33 games he played in with the Cardinal. He was the starter, essentially, for the last 2 years. Had nearly 4,000 passing yards in those 2 years, over 1,100 rushing yards as well. 30 total touchdowns, but 20 interceptions as well. That includes 12 interceptions just last year alone. But while he's not going to challenge for the starting job at Auburn, if you are Auburn and you saw what happened last year with how bad Peyton Thorne was, with how bad Hank Brown was, this has to give you a little bit of peace, knowing that if Jackson Arnold struggles, if Jackson Arnold gets hurt, you've either got a very dangerous mobile freshman in Deuce Knight, or you've got a guy who was a starter at another power program, and while he did have issues with accuracy and consistency and turnovers, he knows what it takes to start at a power program. He knows what it takes to win, and he's got dangerous mobility as well. All three of these quarterbacks can run the ball, and that is massive, 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 especially in this age of college football. So he's really what is going to be just a very capable backup. Ashton Daniels is a guy that has a high football IQ. He's a guy that, again, has the experience, has the leadership capability. While he's not going to be the starter for Auburn, he is going to be a guy that I think you can have peace with, knowing that if push comes to shove, if we have to put Ashton Daniels in there for any reason, he is capable to come in and lead you to a win. So you've got two quarterbacks on your roster, two transfer quarterbacks on your roster that were starters at other power programs, a dangerous, dangerous five-star freshman coming in. The quarterback room is good for Auburn. It is. Is it good enough to get them to the playoff or to win the SEC? No, it's not. I'd be shocked if it happened. I really would. But it is good enough to get them to the bowl game. It is good enough to get them to maybe a 7 or 8 win season. It is good enough to kind of have a breakthrough year under Hugh Freeze, get them back into the win column, get them back to some sort of stability, get back as a winning season to snap that 4-year streak, and then really build off of this heading into 2026. This is a team that, again, has a lot of talent, but just has a very, very tough schedule. Opening the season at Baylor, they have to go to Oklahoma, to Texas A&M, of course, play Georgia and Alabama at home. I don't expect this to be an elite year by any means for Auburn, but it should be a bounce-back year, and I do believe that it will be Jackson Arnold that leads them to that bounce-back season. Lots of quarterback depth, lots of experience, lots of talent, but it's going to be Arnold that leads the way until proven otherwise. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching us here at the Gridiron Expert on YouTube. Make sure to continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and of course, check out everything down in the description below. Again, our website, thegridironexpert.com, our expert picks, our newsletters, our exclusive content, all that stuff there for you to help you get through this offseason, to enjoy it, because the season, again, never ends here at our channel. So if you're always dying for college football, this is the place for you. Subscribe, hit the notification button, become a member of our GE Nation. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on The Gridiron Expert.